And if you're going to prevent and manage the further spread and ensure that the healthcare workers and the system aren't overwhelmed, then that means we have to be willing to act as quickly as we are able to do to keep people safe.
Good afternoon. Thanks for watching News 3 Now live at 4.
Starting tomorrow, all non-essential business in the state should end. That's the directive from the Evers administration today. Amy Reed joins us live from downtown Madison with the latest. Amy?
This safer at home order goes into effect at 8 a.m. tomorrow and will last until April 24th unless the governor sees any reason to end it earlier or extend it. Yesterday, he said this order will close all non-essential businesses, but essential businesses can stay open. You're seeing a list of those industries now, but it includes grocery stores, pharmacies, banks, gas stations, hardware stores, and social services providers. That's not exhaustive, but we do have a link to the full list online. This was not a directioner the governor wanted to move in. He resisted an order like this until yesterday, but he said the science showed it was necessary.
The bottom line is that COVID-19 has been and continues to be a rapidly evolving situation, sometimes changing by the hour. That means that sometimes our responses have to change as we have more information. And if you're going to prevent...
On top of business orders, Evers and his administration are still pushing for people to stay home unless you have to leave. DHS defines that as activities for your health and safety or the health and safety of others. Going out to get necessary supplies like medicine and food, going to work if your business is deemed essential, and going out to enjoy parks. These orders are similar to recommendations that are in place now, but a big difference here. If you're caught violating these, you could land in jail for 30 days or face a $250 fine.
Amy Reed reporting from downtown Madison today. Amy, thank you.
As state officials make those changes in an effort to prevent the spread, the number of cases keeps growing. Today we're hearing that no matter what the number DHS is reporting, there are more cases out there that are not being counted. Our Amanda Quintana is here with an update. Amanda?
Yes, the number of positive cases is now at 513 with more than 8,000 negative tests reported. The number of deaths remains at 5. Today, DHS previously announced 457, but with almost 50 more in Milwaukee, 5 more in La Crosse, and the first cases in Iowa and Grant counties, that number just keeps going up. But doctors say it's important to remember this is just the number of people who had symptoms bad enough to get tested. Data from other countries shows about 90% of people with this infection do not have symptoms that require medical care.
That could mean that for every individual that we test that tests positive for the infection, there are 10 individuals in the community with mild symptoms that don't seek care. So we're having a small number, hundreds of cases in the state, but it would potentially be thousands right now.
Yesterday, Dr. Westergaard said about 10% of people who have tested positive for coronavirus in the state need hospitalization. Today, he said it's more like 20%. He also says while it's taken about 6 days for the amount of positive cases to double in some other countries, in some states here in the U.S., it's only taken 2 or 3 days. And that is why all of these steps are being taken to slow the spread.
All right, Amanda, thank you for those numbers. And there are dire warnings coming out of New York, now the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak in the United States. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says his state now has 25,000 cases of COVID-19, 10 times the number in California and Washington State. Cuomo says the number of cases in New York is doubling every 3 days and is expected to peak in 2 to 3 weeks. The state expects to need 30,000 ventilators. FEMA sent 2,000 from the national stockpile on Tuesday, but new ventilator production from companies like Ford, which is already making supplies like face shields, won't make it to the market for months.
New York is the canary in the coal mine. What happens to New York is going to wind up happening to California and Washington State and Illinois. It's just a matter of time.
A building is being converted into a field hospital to treat non-coronavirus patients and relieve the burden on the hospital system, which will now need 140,000 beds to meet peak demand. The governor of Florida has ordered anyone flying into his state from New York or New Jersey needs to self-quarantine for 14 days.
President Trump says he wants the U.S. open for business by Easter. That is less than 3 weeks from now. Meanwhile, a deal between the Trump administration and Congress on a massive Phase 3 rescue package to cushion the economic blow of the coronavirus could be hours away. Skylar Henry is on Capitol Hill with more.
We have to open this country up.
President Trump, answering questions during a Fox News town hall, said he wants to get Americans back to work.
We can socially distance ourselves and go to work, and you'll have to work a little bit harder. You can clean your hands 5 times more than you used to.
The president's comments come as the number of cases of the coronavirus in the U.S. surpassed 45,000 Tuesday. Several members of Congress are calling for a national 2-week shelter-in-place order.
You're going to lose a number of people to the flu, but you're going to lose more people by putting a country into a massive recession or depression.
In the same town hall, Vice President Mike Pence called New York the epicenter of the crisis and said thousands of ventilators are being shipped from the national stockpile. The vice president also said he's hopeful therapeutics will be available to treat the virus later this spring. Meanwhile, the FDA announced it is taking action to allow imports of more protection equipment for healthcare workers and centers.
President Trump touted his administration's work with Congress as lawmakers on both sides of the aisle pushed legislation to help soften the economic and health impacts of the coronavirus pandemic.
The Senate and the administration say they're close to a nearly $2 trillion Phase 3 coronavirus stimulus bill.
Last night, I thought we were on the 5-yard line. Right now, we're on the 2.
Folks at home don't need we're close. They need this done.
The proposed bill will put checks directly in the hands of many Americans, provide more funding for health care needs and unemployment insurance, and give loans to businesses large and small. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Top White House coronavirus response expert Dr. Deborah Birx says testing is expanding and that the U.S. will surpass South Korea in testing efforts after today. Stocks surged on Wall Street in hopes of a stimulus package being passed. The Dow Industrials gained 2,112 points, or 11.37%. It closed at 20,704. The NASDAQ was up 557 points, and the S&P 500 added 209.
The Tokyo Summer Olympic Games will not be this summer. The International Olympic Committee announced a decision to postpone the 2020 Games until next year while the world grapples with the coronavirus pandemic. The Olympic torch arrived in Japan 5 days ago, but many athletes had been bracing for this news. Team USA voiced its support for a postponement, saying in a statement, quote, "Even if the current significant health concerns could be alleviated by late summer, the enormous disruptions to the training environment, doping controls, and qualification process can't be overcome."
It's definitely way beyond sports. It's all about health and safety of not only yourselves, but the ones around you.
This is the first time the Olympics have ever been postponed. They were only previously canceled during wartime.
Madrid is now using an indoor ice skating rink as a makeshift morgue. Officials began using the rink after the city's municipal funeral service said it could take no more victims until it restocked its supply of protective equipment. More than 1,300 people have died in Madrid from the coronavirus. New concerns: the U.S. Postal Service may need billions of dollars to deal with the impact of COVID-19. House Oversight Chairwoman Carolyn Maloney says the Postal Service is experiencing a drastic reduction in mail volume and could, quote, shutter by the summer without intervention. Despite widespread cancellations and postponements nationwide, the Democratic National Committee says its July presidential convention is still on in Milwaukee. A DNC spokesperson says backup plans are being worked on and organizers are working from home.
A beloved Broadway playwright has died due to complications from the coronavirus. Terrence McNally died today. The 81-year-old was a lung cancer survivor. He was a 4-time Tony Award winner and received the Tony Lifetime Achievement Award last year. Some of his plays included Anastasia, Mothers and Sons, and Things That Go Bump in the Night. Let's switch to Dana now, who's out on the weather patio with some rain coming our way.
Yeah, we're going to have a few rounds of rain over the next several days. So if you have the umbrella out, just go ahead and keep it on hand. A very spring-like forecast. Of course, we've been saying that so far for the last week or so. Spring really lining up. Here's a look at our visible cloud track right now. We did get a few breaks for some sunshine today, but not a lot of opportunities. It's overall stayed mostly cloudy for much of the day. Here's a live look with our Edgewater Skycam. Temperature-wise, we're sitting pretty close to average, and overnight it will be pretty average with our temperatures dropping to the mid-30s. Patchy fog possible yet again. Skies will steadily become partly cloudy, giving us a little bit of sunshine to start off tomorrow, but more rain chances will build in later on. So we'll take a closer look at what's ahead in just a few minutes. Right now, as far as traffic is concerned, there is no traffic. The Beltline looks good. Here's a look right at Park Street. We have no delays downtown, and the interstate is nice and smooth. So to get from Janesville to the Beltline, we're at 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and Sun Prairie to downtown at 14 minutes on this cloudy evening.
Quiet out there. All right, Dana, thank you. Still to come at 4, do you find yourself suddenly working from home? Consumer Reports says it helps to have the best home office tech. We'll get their recommendations when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Sunroom savings season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Everything from decks and pergolas to screen rooms, porch conversions, patio rooms, sunrooms, and our new life room with retractable screens are on sale now. Let CoolView show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
Get a new view from CoolView.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure, and trust your heart to Entresto.
We made USAA insurance for busy veterans like Kate. So when her car got hit, she didn't waste any time. She filed a claim on her USAA app and said, that was easy. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. USAA.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering Chevy owners complimentary OnStar Crisis Assist services and Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home. It's just our way of doing our part.
This scares a lot of people, as it should. Cleaning gutters is not just a messy chore, but a dangerous one. I'm Andy, and I install Leaf Guard gutters. They're covered, one piece, and do not have to be cleaned out, ever. And you never climb up and down this ladder again. Good deal?
Hi, everyone. Wednesday morning, we'll have the latest on the governor's order asking everyone to stay home.
And if you don't know how to handle strangers in your personal space during social distancing, we'll have some advice.
We'll see you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
Well, the coronavirus is having a huge impact, not just on public health, but also on the economy and job market. But one company is announcing a massive hiring blitz, Pizza Hut. The demand for food delivery is up as people stay home and follow social distancing guidelines. Pizza Hut is planning to hire 30,000 workers nationwide. According to their blog, they're expanding their workforce to conduct contactless delivery, carryout, and curbside pickup. And the company is doing it fast, aiming onboard drivers and getting them trained and on the road within 5 hours. Customers can give specific delivery instructions, such as contactless front door. They can pay and tip in advance, and the driver will notify them when their delivery arrives. Contact-free carryout is also available, as is curbside pickup where possible. Well, with so many people working from home, many are looking for companionship, and animal shelters and rescue groups have been flooded with foster and adoption requests.
The Holzers in Maryland Ireland had been looking to adopt a dog, and then came the news that everyone in the family would suddenly be staying home, and they decided to adopt 2-month-old Georgie. Rescue groups and animal shelters say they are getting offers to help out like never before, and many have been working nonstop to get as many pets into homes as possible.
There are shelters around the country that are mobilizing in ways that they've never done before, where they're saying it is so urgent that we get all our animals out of this facility and be able to take in new animals and be able to get these animals into safe places, because we don't know what the next week's days are going to bring.
Each year, about 6.5 million dogs and cats are taken in by shelters nationwide. According to the ASPCA, rescue groups say they're also in need of monetary donations right now. While many restaurants are still offering takeout food, the entire industry is suffering and layoffs are widespread.
It's a scene playing out around the country as restaurants and bars struggle to stay open through takeout-only mandates. In New York, Emmeline Zhao is offering a reduced-price takeout menu at Little Tong Noodle Shops, thanks to a grant from the nonprofit Rethink Food that will also help her continue to pay staff. In Philadelphia, Bethany Gordon lost her waiting job from a French restaurant there.
2 roommates and I all have student loans to pay, and like I said, we don't know about rent.
With no salary and tips, she worries about how to pay for the essentials. If you're looking for ways that you can help, there are virtual tip jars online, including here in Madison, that let you send money directly to restaurant servers who are out of work. Well, many people are now unexpectedly working from home or attending school from home because of the virus.
Consumer Reports has some recommendations on the best tech to help get the job done, no matter where you work.
If you're suddenly working from home, or if your kids are trying distance learning for the first time, you might be facing a few new challenges. Problem 1, a lack of privacy.
If you're working from home, but you're not alone, you might want to try a pair of noise-canceling headphones.
These $50 mono-price headphones have a microphone for calls and video conferences. They deliver excellent active noise reduction and very good sound quality. Problem 2, the old printer isn't up to the new challenge.
If you're already thinking about getting a new printer, now might be the time.
If you print mostly text, check out this all-in-one black and white laser printer for about $170. CR says the toner should cost only about $44 a year. If you need to print in color, consider this inkjet all-in-one for around $250. It's a bit expensive up front, but CR says you'll only spend about $6 a year on ink for its refillable tanks. And then there's problem 3. Too many people sharing too little bandwidth.
If your house is suddenly full and everybody needs fast, reliable Wi-Fi, it may be time for a router upgrade.
Check out this router from TP-Link. CR says it's easy to set up, and at around $200, it's a CR Best Buy. If you have a big house, consider a mesh network. This one from Eero is a CR Best Buy at around $250 for a 3-pack. This is Jeff Cullen.
Consumer Reports recommends you make a very strong password for your router and always keep the firmware up to date in an effort to secure your digital privacy.
Very important.
We just have to keep reminding people of that.
Well, still to come at 4, as we reported earlier, the governor's Safer at Home effort begins tomorrow morning at 8.
What does that mean for residents of Dane County? Well, we will talk live with County Executive Joe Parisi after Dana's first warn forecast.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like James lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds.
Oh.
For those also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
It lowers the risk.
Oh.
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh. Ozempic is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 per prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
He's been around the world, but he desires more. He's seen it all. It's always what you think's tough. Right there all the time.
With over 40 fully integrated applications, you won't be able to contain your excitement either. From just $1 a day per employee, run your entire business with Zoho One, the operating system for business.
My money should work as hard as I do. So I use my Freedom Unlimited card to buy all the latest tech stuff. Today, I'm earning on a charger.
So just the charger then?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Earn 1.5% cash back on everything you buy with Freedom Unlimited. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
Take a look at this. Mick Garver is learning how to come out of an uncontrolled spin with an instructor in Australia as they head straight down, spinning out of control toward the ocean. That rudder rotates opposite the direction they're spinning. You can see how quickly the plane becomes stable. At that point, Mick grabs the stick and the yoke and pulls out of the dive safely. Talk about learning the hard way.
Good grief.
Baptism by fire, I suppose, right?
I hope to have my Depends on. That's something.
Ooh. Well, if you and the kids are starting to get a little stir crazy at home, oh my goodness, you're so not alone.
It's week 2. If you're looking for something to do with the family, News 3 Now this morning is here to help. They're starting a daily Stuck at Home challenge. Every morning at 5 and 6, they'll give out a new daily challenge. All you have to do is go to channel3000.com/stuckathome and upload your picture of the completed challenge. Leah, Josh, and Susan will pick the best pictures every morning, with the winner getting a free gift card to local businesses to help them out during this tough time. Today, they're asking for pictures of your kid's best pillow or blanket fort. This is one of the submissions we've gotten so far. If you think you can top it, make sure you get your submission in before midnight. Again, you can do that at channel3000.com/stuckathome.
That's not a bad idea.
It's a good fort, too.
That's impressive.
All right, Dana's stuck over the Weather Center.
I am. I'm still nauseous from that plane video. Gosh, that was awful. Can't handle it. Anyway, outside, it's a little cloudy, and it's going to stay a little cloudy. We've got some rain chances coming in over the next few days. We will take a closer look at what's ahead in the full forecast right after the break.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
We're working from home. We're social distancing. We're looking out for one another. We're taking this seriously. As individuals and as a community, we're doing exactly what we must do to flatten the curve of the spread of the coronavirus. But we need to do more than that. It's hard to know where politics fits into all of this. This is so much bigger than politics. We're even struggling with the risks to our health and to our democracy of holding elections. But we desperately need leadership from those we've already elected. We need a coordinated and smart balance of investment in medical strategies, family support, and economic stimulus, and we need it now. Most of all, we need our federal officials to prove they can put politics aside and that we can trust them to help us through this. Our local leaders are doing great, but Washington needs to step up its game.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
Go vote for Justice Daniel Kelly.
Who is Dan Kelly? On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly rejected stronger anti-corruption rules and then ruled repeatedly in favor of his own wealthy campaign donors. There's a better choice. Jill Karofsky is a trial court judge, a former prosecutor, a victim advocate, and a mother of two.
On the Supreme Court, I'll make decisions based on the law and its impact on real people, not corporate donors.
Tough, fair, independent. Jill Karofsky for Supreme Court.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering Chevy owners complimentary OnStar Crisis Assist services and Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home. It's just our way of doing our part.
At Hy-Vee, we're doing everything we can to make your life easier, healthier, and happier, and save you money with this week's Hy-Vee hot deals. Bar S Jumbo Franks, just 98 cents. Hormel marinated pork loin, only $4.99. Skippy peanut butter, just $1.99. Jumbo Honey Crisp apples, only $1.48 a pound. And Lay's or Sun Chips, just $1.97. Continue to count on low prices, hot deals, and more, only at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Another cloudy sky today, a little dreary outside, but skies are steadily going to become partly cloudy overnight. May see some patchy fog again in the morning, and then for Wednesday, we'll have a little bit of sun early in the day, but shower chances will develop in the afternoon. So another soggy afternoon ahead. Temperatures are going to stay mild, trending just a little bit above average, and then our rain chances pick up again on Thursday, again on Friday, Saturday, and into early Sunday morning. So the showers are going to stick with us through the rest of the week and into the weekend. We've been on the backside of some high pressure, so a little southeast breeze coming through. Still cloudy outside, but temperatures have been trending up over the last few days, and again, will continue to trend up as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And just off to the west right now, a little cold front, a little pressure system that's going to pass east, and that's going to bring our shower chances in for tomorrow night. So because of this, we will see the rain come through first northwest of Madison towards La Crosse, and then build in through the evening. Clouds breaking up overnight, so our skies will become partly cloudy overnight into early Wednesday morning. Temperature-wise, dropping to the mid-30s for our overnight lows, so not too cool outside early in the day. Afternoon highs will be climbing into the 50s with these rain chances developing in the afternoon and continuing through the evening. Notice again, those shower chances will be to the northwest first and then continue east across the area. We could see some heavier rainfall at times, but not much of a thunderstorm threat for us Wednesday into Thursday. The showers wrapping up overnight, so just after midnight, the rain clears out of here. Thursday morning, we get another break in the showers, but then Thursday night, the rain is going to build back in. Here's the late afternoon. Heavy rain possible late in the day on Thursday, and we could see some isolated thunderstorms trending into late Thursday and again late Friday. I do want to take a look at the precipitation totals. Just with that Wednesday event passing through, we could see a few tenths of an inch for most of the area, staying below a half of an inch with those higher totals again north of Madison, really north of the Dells and towards La Crosse. A broader look at our rain chances
chances for the end of the week. Those showers build in for Thursday evening. They gradually come to an end overnight. Friday, the showers will develop again. They will trend into Saturday morning. And right now, Saturday looks like by far the soggiest day. We'll see showers not just throughout southern Wisconsin, but really throughout the state. And we could have that thunderstorm threat continuing through Saturday and Saturday night. After we get through that, though, it does seem a little more likely that we'll get some drier air trending in and start to see below average totals for our rainfall. Tomorrow, high temperatures will be in the mid to upper 50s with a mostly cloudy sky. 55 is very mild for Madison this time of year, and the afternoon shower chances will be developing again mid-afternoon and continuing into the evening and overnight. It again happens on Thursday. Shower chances on Friday with thunderstorms possible at night into Saturday. Saturday, we will have showers and isolated thunderstorms. It's going to be breezy outside, and then as that rain tapers off early Sunday morning, we could see a little bit of mixed precipitation since temperatures at night will be dropping down to the mid to low 30s. The following week, though, it seems likely that we'll start to trend closer to the 60s and we'll pull back on those rain chances. Just a chance for showers right now on Wednesday. Otherwise, next week looks partly sunny and pretty pleasant, seeing 60 there for several days for the middle and end of next week.
Oh, bring on those 60s, Dana. Thank you very much. Well, as part of our effort to bring you the facts and dispel rumors during this pandemic, we are talking with local leaders about the response to the coronavirus pandemic.
Joining us via Zoom this afternoon is Dane County Executive Joe Parisi about what the county is doing to keep residents safe and healthy. Joe, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
There are 72 confirmed cases in Dane County now. What is being done to stop or to slow the spread?
Well, as you know, we've taken very aggressive action to achieve social distancing. It's ramped up a great deal today by the governor, and this should help us hopefully get ahead of the curve and work to flatten the curve, which has become, a saying that we're all becoming more and more familiar with. Since there's not a vaccine, there's not a cure, the most important thing we can do is adhere to the social distancing rules.
Since the governor ordered the safer at home starting tomorrow at 8 o'clock, what is considered essential when it comes to your department?
Well, we have a lot of essential services. We have a nursing home. We have first responders. A lot of our focus is on protecting vulnerable populations. We've been doing a lot of work to protect our homeless population and to help them achieve better social distancing. We've rented 100 hotel rooms and we've moved families experiencing homelessness into hotel rooms. We've moved some of the folks who are the most vulnerable to COVID-19 to hotel rooms, and we're working with the city at the moment, identifying additional shelter spaces so that we can achieve even more social distancing for the folks who are still staying at our shelters. And we also have a focus on our elderly population. We usually serve about 3,000 meals, various senior centers and Meals on Wheels, and we have ramped that up to 3,700 delivered meals just last week. We have people throughout the community, not only county and city staff and village staff, but volunteers and nonprofit organizations coming together in a manner that makes me incredibly proud. This community is looking out for each other, and we're going to weather this together and for that.
People are still going to be able to drive. Grocery stores are going to be open. Are sheriff's deputies going to stop anybody patrolling this?
No, I mean, people are not going to be pulled over and asked what they're doing. We think most people, want to take part in social distancing and do what they can to get ahead of this. So what I think is important for folks to know, though, is that even with the governor's more extensive orders, you can still go to the grocery store. You can still go to the pharmacy. You can still get your furnace fixed if it breaks down. So really what this just means is no more group gatherings. It means we want people to stay at home as much as possible, and only people who have what are essential service delivery type jobs are going to be going to work. And even at those places, we want people to achieve social distancing.
All right, Joe, we're going to have you hang on for a little bit. Okay. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll have more questions with the Dane County Executive after this.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering Chevy owners complimentary OnStar Crisis Assist services and Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home. It's just our way of doing our part.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Prepping your pantries and bathrooms? I would also urge you to consider natural ways to support your immune system to keep the viruses away. Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of the healthy place Apple Wellness. For weeks now, we have been building inventory in the most important product categories like immune and lungs. With demand surging beyond anyone's expectation, we can't guarantee that every item will stay in stock. Our commitment is to keep the essentials available. Stop by one of our 4 Madison locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
Feed your family for less with Hy-Vee Mealtime. Delicious meals to go that feed a family of 4 for just $19.99. That's just $5 a person. Try our delicious pasta dinner. Get both lasagna and chicken Alfredo with breadsticks or garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter of Coke. Hy-Vee Chinese with 4 entrees, rice, egg rolls, crab rangoon, and Coke. Or 2 family-sized pizzas, breadsticks, or garlic cheese bread and Coke. Make mealtime easy with Hy-Vee Mealtime to go.
Tonight at 5, local domestic abuse resources are seeing a spike in calls for help amid the coronavirus pandemic. What local shelters are doing to help. That's tonight at 5.
Wednesday will be milder, but showers will arrive for the afternoon and evening. Thursday won't be as mild with afternoon and evening showers as well. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, staying out of the hospital isn't an option for some right now. What it's like to be an expecting mom during the coronavirus pandemic.
Here's a live look at UW campus and a thawing out Lake Mendota on this Tuesday. We are continuing our conversation with Dane County Executive Joe Parisi. He is live from downtown. Welcome back, Joe. Are there any non-essential county workers?
Well, there are. We have to triage our services, right? We have first responders. We have a nursing home. So much of the work we do is in human services, but there are areas where we can trim back. Some of that is looking at what the greatest need is and who can fill those needs.
Joe, are the county parks going to stay open?
Yeah, the county parks are going to stay open. We encourage people to use the county parks. It's healthy to get outside. It's good for the body, good for the soul. We do want people to practice social distancing even at the parks. But the orders that went out do not mean people have to lock themselves in their house and can never leave. We do want people to remain in their houses and not go to their friends' houses and not go to gatherings. But people can go for a jog. They can go for a walk. They can go to the grocery store. They can. And then we're going to continue to do our job here, protecting the vulnerable. And people need to know that staying at home is contributing a lot to what we're trying to achieve, because we're trying to slow the spread. We're trying to protect our healthcare workers. And so no one is helpless here. Everyone has a part to play, and it's very much appreciated.
The Henry Vile Zoo is closed, and I think some people are concerned about the animals. I assume they're being taken care of.
Yeah, the animals are very well taken care of, and the zoo has been doing 2 o'clock live shots. So if people are looking for something to do with their family and they want to tune into the zoo website. Some of the educational efforts are still going on online, live shots, and people can ask them questions.
That's great.
Joe, a lot of people during times like this, they look up to leaders and role models as maybe like a guiding light of sorts. So what is it that you are doing that we can all do as well? Besides the social distancing, washing our hands, etc., what kind of stuff are you doing to make sure that you are okay both physically, emotionally, and mentally?
Yeah, well, the social distancing is incredibly important. It's important to realize, too, that this will be a process. We're in the beginning of it now. There will be a beginning, a middle, and an end. And at one time, we will be on the other side of this. But what's most important is for us to remember that we're all in this together. And as long as we're all looking out for one another, we'll all have someone looking out for us. And I can tell you, I get a view from the inside that everyone might not see that gives me a great deal of confidence. I see our healthcare providers, our volunteers, our local units of government coming forward and doing a lot of great work. If you have time, I can tell you, you mentioned you had a story recently, I think this morning, about domestic abuse intervention services needing some help. I talked to Shannon Berry yesterday, and we worked yesterday and through the day today, and Dane County is going to be able to come up with $58,000 over the next 2 months to help plug their gap. So we all have to look at what we can do to help one another. And the real heroes out there are the volunteers who are working at food banks and feeding people. They're folks helping the homeless. There are healthcare providers. There's a lot of inspiration out there. We're in this together, and we're going to make it through it.
We are in this together. Joe Parisi, thanks for being with us today. I know you're very busy. Thanks for your time. Still to come at 4, many parents are getting a lot of questions from their children about the virus.
If you have questions about how to talk to your young ones at home about this virus, call in right now. A UW child psychologist is going to take your questions live, and that number to call, 270-9933. We'll be right back.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentyx works on all of this.
4 years and counting.
So watch out.
I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are feeling real relief with Cosentyx. Cosentyx is a different kind of targeted biologic. It treats the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis to help you look and feel better. It even helps stop further joint damage. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur.
I just look and feel better.
I got real relief with Cosentyx.
Watch me.
Feel real relief. Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. USAA.
Toyota's family stretches to every corner of this country. So you can trust us to be here for you. As we remain committed to supporting our community. Because the Toyota family is stronger together. This is our pledge. We are here for you now and in all the better days ahead. Toyota.
Back again at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison with another big winner.
We're here with Pete, who just won $50,000 on progressive slots. How did you do it, Pete?
Well, first off, you get your rewards club card. You put that in the slots, the slot of your choice, of course. Now, there I am. I'm seeing that machine. It's looking at me. We're vibing. And
it's vibing?
It's vibing with me. And then I start pressing buttons. Mash those buttons, as many buttons as you can press.
Buttons. There you have it, folks. Advice from a winner.
Well, I guess it's all about the buttons. Who knew?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Pick up a copy of Madison Magazine and have the city at your fingertips. Dining, entertainment, where to go, and what to see. Original reporting, local business, and politics. Pick up the latest issue on newsstands now.
You make plans, what to wear, where to go, when to go, what to bring. And then the weather changes everything. Let News 3 Now First Warn Weather prepare you for what's coming. First, fast, and accurately, so you can plan your life.
Traffic is still calm and smooth. No accidents to report right now. And as we look at the Beltline at Park Street, a lot of trucks still out on the roads doing their rounds, which is good. Of course, we need that, but everyone else seems to really be staying at home. The Beltline smooth, downtown smooth, Middleton looks good, Janesville looks good. To get from Janesville to the Beltline, we're still at 25 minutes, 17 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton. There must be a lot of people moving around in Sun Prairie because the drive time's up from 13 minutes to 15 minutes to get from Sun Prairie to downtown. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. When the Nebraska girls dance competition was canceled due to the coronavirus, her state trooper dad waltzed in and saved the day. Like so many activities, the girls' dance season had to be put on hold with the social distancing and all, so the students were encouraged to practice by teaching their routine to their parents. And that included Lieutenant Cranky of the Nebraska State Patrol. He performed the full routine and was praised for being a good sport.
Oh my gosh, I love this so much.
That's a good dad. Well, these are challenging times for all of us, and it's often challenging to explain what's going on to our children.
UW Health child and adolescent psychiatrist Dr. Marcia Slattery joins us by phone to take your questions. The number to call, 270-9933. Hello, Dr. Slattery.
Hello. Thanks for having me. Glad to join you.
Thanks for being with us.
So I'm actually going to start since I'll be caller number one. So I have an 11-year-old who, since he's been home from school, constantly asking to take his temperature. He's not feeling well. He's got an upset stomach. He feels like he can throw up, but nothing ever happens. And yet he eats like a champ and is gaming like a champ. Are those symptoms of anxiety?
It's a good question. A lot of times kids will hear these bits and pieces about what the potential dangers are of getting a fever or the different symptoms that we're hearing about coronavirus. So they'll focus on that, and that actually is a very good indicator of some of their anxiety. So what I usually recommend in that regard is to validate it, to say, yeah, we're going to make sure we're all staying healthy. But what I tell them is, instead of having those consistent requests to have his temperature taken, his or her temperature, to really do it in a way to say, we're going to schedule it, like once in the morning and once at night we'll take it, so that your child knows when it's going to be taken. It's predictable from the standpoint they feel you're listening to them, but it also keeps it in balance so that they're not asking about it and perseverating on it throughout the day.
And it's a big change for a lot of kids. I mean, mom and dad perhaps are home now and they weren't before, and mom's worried about the toilet paper. And I mean, what do you tell them?
Yeah, I think the biggest source of anxiety and difficulty for kids that parents need to keep in mind, and it's for parents as well, is we've lost our routine. And our routine is our familiarity of the day. It's sort of our roadmap. We know what's going to happen typically, or we knew what was going to happen, and suddenly that's gone. For parents are not at work and kids are not at school. And so that's actually that lack of predictability contributes to a lot more uncertainty in the house and the home for parents, and kids can see that in the parents' behaviors, et cetera. And so the important thing is to say, well, if I don't have that predictability, how can I build it in? How can I build in a routine here at home, parents, so that despite what happens as soon as we walk outside the door, we know what's going to happen inside. We'll make a new routine every day. And what I always tell parents is keep it simple. Put in block and literally make a schedule for the day. Put in blocks of time for physical exercise, what I call brain exercise, and that's the school-type activities they're doing, or reading and things like that. And then social communication. We need all of those different pieces all the time. I think of it, I always tell people, it's like cross-training for our brain. It taps into very different parts of our brain, and the more that we have that variety, the more flexibility then we have also in how our brain is functioning and thinking, and it keeps it much more healthy. When kids know there's a basic routine, and I always tell parents as well, make it visual, put it like on the front of the refrigerator or somewhere else where it's really easy to see, so kids can pass in and out of the room and be reminded this is what our schedule is today. That predictability gives that sense of control over my world here inside the house, will significantly decrease anxiety. So building in the routine, keeping it varied, and one caveat that I also tell parents to be watchful for is don't overdo on screens, because that's going to be the default setting for kids. Now I get to have all this extra time on my screens. Screens are obviously extremely important during this time to keep us connected, but we want to be careful that, just like I was describing before, you want to have this variety of different activities. We want to use the screens for different activities, so not just hours upon hours of gaming alone in the room. It's okay that kids have some gaming. That's a good way for them to connect with their friends. It's a good outlet. But balance that with screen time, for example, of interactive learning type activities. Balance it with screen time to communicate and connect with relatives and with other friends. So monitor it and then balance it with non-screen time. I always think of screen time as sort of being an extra of all the healthy foods we're supposed to eat every day. Make sure, as I mentioned before, the physical exercise, the brain exercise, and just staying connected with people.
Now, I know you mentioned having a regular schedule, and we have that at our house, but what's been difficult is that the other friends aren't having the same schedule. Is it okay to kind of change the schedule day to day?
Absolutely. This is, we need to be flexible. And what I recommend to families is have a family meeting time every day. It could be very short. It might be over the meal time. It might be at another set time where you just sort of come together, turn the screens off, and say, how did the day go? What went well? What do we want to think about for our schedule tomorrow? How do we want to make sure we're building these things in? That's also a really good time to touch base with kids about, do you have any questions today? Because we want to keep that communication very fluid. We want to hear what they're thinking about, what questions they have. And it's a time when we can give them some information so that they feel that we're being bidirectional and being open with each other. Okay. So absolutely, it can be, we can change this around a bit tomorrow. We can be flexible in the course of the day. But having those simple blocks of time can be extremely helpful.
All right. Dr. Slattery, thank you very much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
We ran out of time.
My pleasure.
We couldn't get to the calls. We'll do this again very soon. Sorry about that, folks. We'll be right back.
We are the Thrivers. Women with metastatic breast cancer. Standing in the struggle. Hustling through the hurt. Asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor. Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with proven overall survival results in 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali was also significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. It's our time to continue to shine because we are the Thrivers. Ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment in its class proven to help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
Keep your wood floors looking their best with any of Surgenian's 3 hassle-free, dustless, and eco-friendly systems. Options include deep cleaning, clean screen and recoat, or dust-free sanding. Restore your wood floors today. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
They're trolling social media right now.
It is really difficult to detect the coordinated effort.
Think you're immune to foreign election interference? Inside the psychological tactics that prove you're not. Thursday on News 3 Now at 10. For the latest coronavirus reports and breaking news, watch News 3 Now and go to Channel 3000 to sign up for our daily email newsletter. Get the facts and tips to keep your family safe. News 3 Now, your local coronavirus headquarters.
Cloudy skies this evening. Here's a live look right now with our Edgewater Sky Cam. Temperatures tonight will drop to the mid-30s for overnight lows, and tomorrow we'll see highs above average. We'll be close to 55 in the afternoon. Very mild outside, though still cloudy, and our chance for rain is going to creep right back on in. We'll have shower chances for Wednesday afternoon. A little more rain likely as we head into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So very soggy into the week. The temperatures at least will be trending in the 50s. And as we look ahead to next week, we'll see temperatures in the 60s.
Thank you, Dana. Tomorrow on Live at 4, we are here to answer your coronavirus questions.
Dr. Zorba Pastor will be ready to answer them live. We'll see you at 4.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering Chevy owners complimentary OnStar Crisis Assist services and Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home. It's just our way of doing our part.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
As a young woman, you know your body is always changing. And some days, you just feel like sitting out. We understand. And every day, Upland Hills Health is here for you.
Cramps? Heavy periods? Questions about birth control? We can help.
For comprehensive women's health services near you, choose Upland Hills Health. Upland Hills Health. We help write new health stories every day.
Go vote for Justice Daniel Kelly.
Who is Dan Kelly? On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly rejected stronger anti-corruption rules and then ruled repeatedly in favor of his own wealthy campaign donors. There's a better choice. Jill Karofsky is a trial court judge, a former prosecutor, a victim advocate, and a mother of 2.
On the Supreme Court, I'll make decisions based on the law and its impact on real people, not corporate donors.
Tough, fair, independent. Jill Karofsky for Supreme Court.
Your business is your pride and joy. You raised it with hard work, from nothing but a dream. And since you care so much, naturally you want to protect it from harm. That's where we come in. Because a great insurance policy is not a necessary evil. It's the best way to keep your business happy, healthy, and profitable. And that is the silver lining. Pamper your business with a policy from West Bend.
In today's Final Touch, one man isn't going to let a little thing like being quarantined keep him from running a marathon.
Watch this runner in France run the entire length of a full marathon on his apartment balcony. The 32-year-old Furlow wasn't about to let a little thing like a global pandemic quarantine stop him from going the distance, so he decided to up his training by running the length of a marathon. That's more than 26 miles on his 23-foot balcony. His girlfriend was there supporting him, feeding him M&Ms and Coca-Cola along the way. The man estimates he made roughly 3,000 laps on the balcony and finished in 6 hours and 48 minutes. Through all that, that's a personal record